We are back here live outside Buckingham Palace where the changing of the guard has just been completed. Westminster Abbey is not far away, and a little bit later in this half hour, Barbara Walters will take us behind the scenes there. Kate Middleton is there this morning going through some last minute checks. She was there yesterday with William, again, getting everything all set for, we're now less than 24 hours away from the wedding. So how are things going to unfold? Bianna Golodryga is back with us. Military precision, it seems.
This has been choreographed down to the last minute, Robin. Here's what we know. Between 8:15 to 9:45, most of the 1,900 guests will be arriving. Prince William will be arriving some 30 minutes later. But what everyone wants to see is Kate arrival. She will be leaving her hotel at 10:49 a.m. on her way to become a princess.
Friday morning, the world's spotlight shines on Westminster Abbey, and what a celebration it will be. It all begins at 10:15 London time, when the state car fleet begins to arrive, carrying Prince William and his best man, Prince Harry. Prince Charles and Camilla follow, and last to arrive at 10:45, Prince Philip and the Queen. Throughout it all, for 3 hours, the Abbey's grand bells will toll.
The guys who are pulling the bells, their arms will get tired. It's not electronic, it's pulling up and down.
All of it setting the stage for the most anticipated moment of the day, the one we all remember from Princess Diana's wedding, when we first saw that magnificent dress. And after a short drive with her father from the Goring Hotel, at 10:58 a.m., Kate will finally reveal hers.
I think the reason that Kate's been so determined to keep the designer under wraps is because she genuinely wants to surprise Prince William on the day. She wants him to turn round and say, wow.
Inside the Abbey, 1,900 guests await, including 40 foreign royals sitting opposite the Spencer family, the couple's friends spread throughout the church, and the best seats reserved for the family of the bride and groom. The Middletons on the left, the royal family on the right, the Queen always seated last. But you won't see William, kept secluded in St. Edmund's Chapel with Harry. He's the last to see Kate. After she arrives, her walk down the aisle 300 feet in 4 minutes, with 4 bridesmaids and 2 pages following behind. The marriage ceremony itself happens here in the Sacrarium.
Once Kate says, I will or I do, there will be tremendous cheer and applause from the spectators who are watching along the route, because there'll be loudspeakers and they'll be able to hear it.
Afterwards, the newlyweds share their only private moment, signing the wedding register inside the chapel of Edward the Confessor. Then who could forget Diana and Charles' magical carriage ride? And at 12:15 local time, Kate and William take theirs. It ends at Buckingham Palace, where they'll wait in the center room before walking out onto the balcony for that iconic kiss.
Then we've got the pageantry, we've got the balcony appearance, the kiss, everybody waiting for the kiss.
These two will also be waiting to see that kiss, no doubt. Our royal contributors, Duncan Larkham, who is the royal editor of the Sun newspaper, and of course our good friend Tina Brown. As always, good to have you here. Less than 24 hours to go now. They're going to spend the last night with their families. What are you hearing?
Well, it's a whole split up situation tonight, which is kind of fun. Everybody rushing to different things.
Right.
The Middleton family are all going to be together in the Goring Hotel. The Queen is going off to, oddly enough, the Mandarin Oriental Hotel, because all the Buckingham Palace staff are tied up with the big royal festivities, so she has to entertain all these visiting foreign royals at the Mandarin Oriental Hotel. So she's going to do a face check, with the Queen of Spain and all these different royals that are in town.
And Duncan, what are you hearing?
Well, I'm hearing that Camilla has been asked, she's decided to go and join the guys at the Mandarin Hotel, where she'll actually stay tonight, and she won't be joining Prince Charles. He's going to have an evening and a night with his sons on their own.
Oh, a night with the boys.
Absolutely.
That's very nice. And where are you hearing that the royal couple may be living in?
Yeah, the latest that we're hearing now is actually William might have done a bit of a U-turn, and he's opting now for Kensington Palace, Princess Diana's old London residence. Looking specifically, I believe you've been there this week, Robin,
yes,
but
yes.
Princess Margaret's old apartments there.
Really? That's what. Yeah, we were there live on Tuesday. I have to tell you both, and seeing in your paper, the pictures that we're seeing of both of them, cool as cucumbers.
It's very attractive. They look very relaxed.
Yes.
Of course, what you see is how the Middleton family is such a close family. Kate has all this wonderful family support. I think it's actually very touching that he's having dinner with his father, as also the night before, and his brother. These are actually very good, close sibling relationships. There's a lot of family support coming through, which is, I think, a quite different thing, really, from the Diana days, because her family was such a kind of split-up situation.
And part of the reason why we're not going to be hearing from the family, Her family at the wedding, they don't have a speaking role?
They don't have a speaking role, and really the Spencers have been very much they're not really part of this situation at all.
That's too bad, that's too bad. But we're also hearing from you, Duncan. You were telling us we had a fabulous dinner last night, a little team dinner, which was very nice, and you were saying that you were going to have some news for us about the royal couple coming to the United States of America.
I've got some good news for you guys. Yeah, they're part of their first ever Royal Overseas tour in July. They're going to go and spend 10 days in Canada, and then they're going to go into Los Angeles, I believe.
And when are those dates? When does it look like they'll be in LA?
It'll be around I think something around the 10th of July.
I'm sure we'll know about that. Duncan, thank you for sharing that, Tina. Going to have you back a little bit later, get some final thoughts.
It'd be nice to see if she whirls around the dance floor with Charlie Sheen instead of John Travolta, right?
I don't know about that. Something's going to happen. You never know what she's going to say.